Failure is never the opposite of success. It is rather another ladder on your way to being successful. Today, I'll be telling you the story of how a singular failure changed my perspectives about life and turned my life around positively. But before then, you're welcome once again to this channel, Hiobi Inspires. Kindly subscribe, like, share, and comment on this video. So let's begin, and I will take it from the very foundation. When I was a young girl of about 5 or 6 in primary school, I will tell you, as a primary school student, I was an excellent student academically. And I will always top my class. I represented my primary school in a lot of debates and quizzes. Pass the kudos to my parents. My parents would say, if you will be consistent and work very hard, then you'll be able to achieve all your dreams in life. I saw that materialize in their own life, and that I took upon myself to work in their part, and it actually worked. So fast forward to high school. High school was also good. I did well academic-wise too. And then I went to higher institution. I did a 2-year course first, and I was told, this course is very difficult. Dad always says, if somebody ever achieved the feat, then any other person could achieve the same thing. So when they will come and tell me, nobody passes in this department, it's always tough, I'll tell myself, did anybody ever graduate with a good grade? And they will say yes. I say, okay, that's my inspiration. And so I will settle down. When people are sleeping at night, I'm studying. So after the 2-year course, my results were excellent as usual. Then I went after that to do a 4-year course at the university. I heard the same stories of, oh, this department is very, very tough. Chemistry department in the University of Ibadan. If you know that department, you have to really work very hard. Sometimes you will have to have practical classes till like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. So, because I was used to studying, those were like a piece of cake for me. It was fun. After all, I didn't have any friends. I didn't even know how to make friends because I had this very poor image of myself. I was always scared that people would not accept me. I told that story of how I used to be a people pleaser in one of my other videos on this channel. You can check it out. I also shared the experience of how I was able to boost my self-esteem. You can learn from that on this channel. Okay, so going back to my story, I got to the 4-year course at the University of Ibadan that time, and I would study. When I say study, I meant study. Every little time I had, if I was not going to church, I was going to school. So I got a space in the library, Kennedy Library to be precise, and the librarian knew me to the extent that he would always reserve a space for me every day. And when I would not come, he would say, you didn't come yesterday. I said, oh, we finished practical classes late and all of that. That was in my first year. Fast forward to first semester exams on the level, I blasted as usual. When I see my results, I was not always thrilled and all of that. I'm used to getting A's. Before the end of the term, like always 4 weeks to the end of the term, semester, I'll have covered like 80 to 85% of my course notes. It's just like a norm for me. What was not a norm for me was failing. Okay, second semester, 100 level came. And as usual, we resumed school with all the determination, focus, hard work, and all of that. Went back to my library to keep studying. But something happened to me at that time. I think about 3 weeks to the exam, because I think like 3 weeks to the exam, I'm not very sure again, it's been long, you know. We always had revision classes. And after the revision classes, I think I used to give us maybe a week or 2 before the exams. And second semester on the level then was around December. Unfortunately, I got very sick. Since I became a teenager, I'd never been that sick in my life. So I was like, okay, I'm sick. I won't be able to revise at school. Let me go home for Christmas and then stay for like 2 or 3 days before the exams. So I went. I got to the hospital, did everything. I was still sick. So I had to return to school. I think about my exam would be like the 4th day after Christmas, if I'm correct. So I went back. I was still sick. I couldn't get up. My roommate tried. She did her best to make sure I was fine, but I was not fine. So the first exam I had, I could never forget that exam. It was a mathematics exam. It was a borrowed course. So we went. During the exam, I was sleeping all through. All I knew was that the lecturer kept coming to wake me up. Hey girl, wake up. I will wake up and write. Wake up, I will wake up and write. I was so tired. I don't know whether, I don't even know the diagnosis. Now I'm a medical doctor. Maybe I would have known the diagnosis. I think I wrote about 8 courses for that semester, or 9. I'm not very sure. Like 4 should be like my own core course in my department. Others I borrowed like from botany, zoology, and all of that. Hey, my wonderful people. I wrote all my exams, but I didn't know what I was writing. That exam was a disaster. Well, I went back home thinking, okay, I'll do better tomorrow and all of that. I think the next day was a physical chemistry course. I can't forget. My lecturer, because that was my department, the lecturer knows me very well. So he kept coming to wake me up. I must get up. I think that we were supposed to plot a graph in that course. I didn't even know where the lines were. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just sleeping. And I got up. I was like, what's happening to me? I told my roommate. She encouraged me. I think about after the 4th exam or 5th exam, I was already fine physically. But was I fine mentally? No. My mind was gone. Because the fear of what I wrote in the previous exams had already crippled me so much that I could not revise anything. I could not remember anything again. I had brain drain. So all my exams were written under what condition I cannot even explain to you people. The exam went, and then we went for holiday. And that time, once you resume for the next semester, you will find the result on the board. When I checked my first semester result, that one was blasting now. You'll get blasted. I went to check my second semester result. I resumed early because of that. Lo and behold, people, I went to check my result. Hey, I looked at it. You know when you're used to getting 70s, 80s, 90s, that even when you get 70, you'll be complaining that I should have gotten an 80. My people, I checked 40, 40, 40. The highest was a 45. And glory be to God in UI that time. 40 is still a pass. Anything below 40, you have a carryover. Somehow, I don't know how, I didn't have a singular carryover. I don't know how. Do you know that day? My mind went to 1 million places. Ayobola, how are you going to face it? Remember I told you I had this poor image about myself. So do you know what I would do to you? I started to beat myself up. Hey, if I had a physical cane, I would have flogged myself. But I flogged myself so much mentally. I would not excuse myself. I blamed myself for being sick. Hey. So instead of taking a cab from the front of that chemistry department, I started walking towards the gate and I was going. Lost. How I walked to my home, I do not know, people, but I got home. And then I got angry with myself. I got angry almost with God. I was angry. I was like, God, I pray, I study hard. I don't even joke with my studies. See what happened. A young believer, what do you expect? And a teenager, and a timid one at that. Everything joined. So I didn't know how to speak to people because I was always afraid of being judged or not being accepted. And so that went on. Do you know what the worst I did to myself? Because of the fact that I would not be able to talk to people for fear of being judged or not being accepted, I kept everything to myself. And that affected me more because I lost concentration. I don't know. I lost concentration in my studies. So when you see people going from an A then to an E, sometimes they need a lot of help. Don't judge them. Don't condemn them. Don't give up on them. I lost hope. I will go to class and I will not even understand a single thing. My lecturer will be lecturing. I will just be steering. That went on for the whole of the semester. I will go to church and I'll pray just for religion's sake. You know, I was a young believer. I didn't know so much about God like I know now. It was tough. Trust me. I was like a ghost. I didn't know what I was doing. I was absent. I was absent from my physical body. So exam time came. And that was already first semester, 200 level. You know, the other result was for second semester, 100 level. That was woeful. First semester, 200 level. Exam came. I will study at home and I will not understand. So I decided, let me be going to one of the halls to study. Maybe I could pick up. Remember I told you I didn't have any friend. So when I started going to this hall there, my friends watching this will remember this story. Trust me, our hall became like a home to me. I would sleep in that hall every single day. Guess where I was sleeping? Reading room. For fear of not failing again. But the fear was not fearing because the fear already held me captive. So much so that it held my mind blank. My brain clogged. I could not comprehend a single thing. See, if the Bible says fear has torment, trust me, it does have torment. Don't allow fear in your life. And that's why I keep teaching about low self-esteem. I know what it did to me. And I know how God helped me to come out of it. I didn't know what I was doing. I'll go to the reading room every single night. Some of my friends can testify to that. What was I studying? Ask me. Nothing. Was I carrying books? Yes. Would I stay in front of book? Yes. Will I stay in the reading room? Yes. Was I getting anything? No. Did I understand anything? No. My mind was gone. And so I met some of my classmates, about 4 of them, wonderful, wonderful people. One of them was exceptionally wonderful. I don't want to mention his name. Oh, he tried. Hi, Bola, do you understand? Yes, I don't understand. But because he had been disturbing him, I said, yes, I understand. He will teach me physical chemistry, teach me this one. I said, okay, I understand. Yes, I understand. I didn't understand anything. Fast forward. Second semester exam came. Hey, your girl wrote the exams. Join me in the next video as I continue this story. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like, and watch out for the part 2 of this video. Till then, bye.